Being selected a National Achiever is something that moves me deeply and humbles me. This last 6 years of my life have been completely extraordinary, and I see this award as a crowning achievement to that phase of my life. Research that I worked on at Sloan Kettering and continue to work on at Moffitt and some of our collaborators at other institutions have taken patients' cells from their blood and genetically target them to their cancer. And where before patients with this deadly form of acute leukemia, only about 30% of them were able to be induced into remission, this therapy is inducing about 90% of patients into complete remission, starting with the McNair program and now kind of having this tremendous success that I've had these last few years. And it just kind of makes me realize just, how lucky I am. And sometimes how maybe this is something beyond luck and there could be some divinity here as well. As I've moved recently to Tampa, Florida, I've started a new career with a fantastic opportunity to continue to lead a research program trying to improve patients with deadly cancer. My wife and I took our daughters to the Kennedy Space Center to kind of stimulate their love and interest in science and math. And I was walking around with my daughter, my 8-year-old daughter, Lily, holding her hand as I often do, and seeing the sights. And I immediately kind of stopped in my tracks. I tensed up, and I think I squeezed her hand. And like all children knew, she knew something was wrong. And she looked up at me and said, "Dad, what's wrong?" And she said, who are those folks? I said, "Sweetie, those are the astronauts that died in the Challenger space shuttle crash." And I took my daughter to the portrait of Dr. McNair. And I told her, I said, "Dr. McNair was from poor rural South Carolina, but he loved math and he loved science. And it was his dream to be an astronaut, a scientist. He went to a fantastic institution in Massachusetts, MIT, became a doctor, a PhD in physics, and went on to become an astronaut. And when he died, the nation became very sad. When all of his crewmates on that Challenger crash died, the nation became very sad. And in their honor, they established different memorials. And for Dr. McNair, they established this research program. And that was the first research program that Dad ever received support from. And it started him on his path. I said, so your dad owes a lot to Dr. McNair, and our family owes a lot to Dr. McNair. That Dad also owes a lot to the people in this room and the other people out there in the U.S. that have dedicated their lives to making sure that students out there that have an interest in improving their lives through education, that are not denied that opportunity because of the color of their skin or because of socioeconomic disadvantages. So with that, I'd say thank you and good night.